All right. So who's in the championship game? Who you think's in the Big Ten championship game?
Well, obviously I got James Franklin and Penn State in the championship game. That is a given. That is a must. Now, I debated between Oregon and Ohio State. And remember,
they don't play each other.
Huh?
They don't play each other this year.
They don't play each other. And Ohio State, the Texas game doesn't count. It won't count for the Big Ten, which is a bigger deal. I think both of them have insane question marks. But the best players to me, Jeremiah Smith and Caleb Downs, like I'm going to lean on those guys and lean on the talent. And it's at home. Like when they play a lot of their games this year, Ohio State, like I'm going to bet on them. They're playing a lot in Columbus, which is good.
Yep.
So I'll go Ohio State.
So those are the two that are in it. By the way, mine are the exact same. I have Penn State and Ohio State. And here's what I have. I think Penn State loses at Ohio State in the regular season. And all that talk is there. All the monkeys are there on the back. And then in the championship game, we are in James Franklin beat Ohio State to win the Big Ten championship.
Did you just go me and go back to 2000 and what was it?
Georgia Bama, 2021. Yeah, Georgia
2021. It was before the season. I said Georgia would lose to Alabama in the SEC championship game, beat them in the Natty, and they did. It was fantastic. I like it. I think I'm taking Penn State, and I do think that this year will be. Listen, they'll have some growing pains. They'll have obviously some big. I mean, they got some big shoes to fill in that roster. It ain't like it ain't just nobody, but I do think by the end of the season, I think they're going to be really, really good. And remember, when your DC comes over from Ohio State, like that is you've got good background on him. Like you've got a good understanding of Ryan Day, his principles, his philosophy. So Coach Knowles, it's going to be a big deal for them. I think that will help them in the long term. And I think Penn State, I think they get over the hurdle, baby.
Yep. I agree. At least for that. Now, who's in the playoffs? So I'm assuming we're going to go ahead and put two teams, Penn State and Ohio State, in the playoffs. Any other representation in the college football playoff that is 12 teams, straight seeded from the Big Ten?
Oregon's getting in. I think Oregon's getting in. I think they've proven it. They're pretty consistent. We know who they are. We know what they are. Upper echelon talent is really, really good. I like their lines of scrimmage. They'll be really good. Like Oregon's going to win a bunch of games, and I think they're going to be in the mix too. They're in. So I got 3 going in. I didn't put Indiana in. I didn't put them in this year. I think that they have a chance, but I think they're going to lose at least 2 games this season. The Ats worry me with them for sure. I think they're going to be good. I think they're going to be really good, and they're going to beat people, and they're going to cause chaos in their league. But I got Indiana like just on the outside looking in.
I was debating between 4 teams because I think it's going to be one of these 4 teams, and I do think they end up getting 4 in. Indiana's one. I've said all along, I think one of the I's are getting into the playoff. Indiana, Iowa, Illinois. I think Michigan, like if they get competent quarterback play, they're going to be there. But they also have some out-of-conference game in Oklahoma. I'm going out on a limb here, very much so. I think Iowa gets an early win. I'm crazy. I know I'm crazy for saying this.
You absolutely
early win
are.
At Iowa State. They've got Penn State and Oregon at home. I think they get maybe one of those.
Okay.
And Indiana at home. I'm crazy for all that. I don't know. I should probably say Illinois. By the way, I should probably say Illinois because Coach Bielema is joining us and getting ready to join us. I should just say that. And nice flow to get in the playoff. And their schedule, I like their schedule. They got at Duke, at Indiana, but they get SC at home. They get Ohio State at home. Man, I will say this: your argument or your talk about them not being the 4th or them not getting a 4th team. That's where does the additions of the other schools, SC, Washington, Oregon,
Yep.
and then the moving up in the world of Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, all these teams playing much better, Michigan, the depth. Do you get to where you have a situation last year like the SEC had where you have 3 teams that are 9-3, and you've got, say, all Indiana, Iowa, and Illinois, all of them are 9-3, and they're just out on the edge of it? That's probably what happens, actually, more so than one of them getting in.
I think that's
Michigan getting a big win at Oklahoma, and then somehow ended up 10-2. They're in, but
yes,
I just think all those teams maybe end up 9-3. And if I had to pick one, I'm going to change it. I'm going to say Illinois because Coach Beam was joining us, and we need to be positive in that regard and thank him and put his team in the playoffs for that.
Hey,
but no, that's going to be, yeah.
If you're talking about Illinois, and obviously they've got an elite receiver to replace, but having your quarterback and having a lot of guys back on, I mean, they got Gabe on defense, who's an animal, 17. He's an absolute animal. They've got good players. They've got a good coach. I think they're very much going to be in the mix, so it's not crazy. But I do think there's a lot of really good teams, just like we talked about in the beginning. A lot of good teams, it makes the league more fun, man. It makes every week more fun. Like it's just awesome when you have the more parity you have within a league. Now the Big 12, and here's what people say: well, they don't have a great team. I don't give a rat's ace. The games are awesome every week. Like I'm not here for you have to have so many contenders for me to watch your games. I love watching good football games. I think you're going to have a ton of good football games in the Big 10 now. You got a ton in the SEC. You've always got parity in the Big 12. The ACC ain't there yet. Like it's just not, but there's going to be 4 teams that are pretty good, like it's more fun week in, week out when you got these teams, man, that you can say, oh, they could beat them. Oh, this could be a trap game. Oh, this could be it. Like that makes the game awesome.
Yep. I'd say 3 of those, Ohio State, Penn State, Oregon. I think you could put those in pen. The other, you're writing it in pencil and you're erasing it 10 times before you actually put somebody in the playoffs.